All right, so the 60th chapter in this amazing rivalry between Nadal and Djokovic is going to be written today. It's going to happen on clay, so it makes it more balanced. Now, these players have a lot of history between them. They have played so many times, so it's going to be fascinating to see how they play against each other. What plan do they bring? What tactics do they apply? And this match has a lot of significance in the sense that this may be probably the last time that Nadal and Djokovic are playing, so we shouldn't miss this match anyway. In this video, we're going to talk about key factors, the predictions, and let's get started. So, talking about the journey so far, now it's their 60th meeting, and this just shows you how long this rivalry has lasted. And as you know, early on in the career, Nadal was obviously he's older than Djokovic, so he was winning most of the matches early on. But then Djokovic, once he started playing better, once he improved physically and mentally, from 2011 onwards, he has won most of the matches against Nadal, and Nadal was also slowly losing his prime touch. So overall, this has been a very balanced rivalry. If you look at the head-to-head record, it has been almost even. It's 30 matches to 29 in favor of Djokovic. So maybe this is a chance for Nadal to make it even. Now, the last meeting between these two happened at the French Open in 2022, 2 years back, long time back, and Nadal won it in 4 sets. Before that year, in 2021, Djokovic won the match, and before that, it was Nadal. So the important factor here is that Nadal has actually won five of their last six matches on clay. So that gives an advantage to Nadal on clay specifically, and the day or night, the session in which the match is played, is also very important. Now, Djokovic won their match in 2021 at the French Open, but that match was almost played under the lights. And what it does is it doesn't allow Nadal to hit with that much of topspin to bother Djokovic. If you see day matches between Nadal and Djokovic on clay, there is a clear advantage that Nadal has because his shots have a lot of pop in it, and it becomes difficult for Djokovic to control the point from the back of the court. Let's see what happens today. Now, this, as I mentioned, this may be the final match in their long and fascinating rivalry, so do watch that. And I think both the players will give their absolute best today. Now, let's talk about the key factors. Both Nadal and Djokovic are out of form. There is no hidden point there. Nadal has not played too many tournaments this year, so obviously his goal was to play on clay, to play at the French Open and now at the Olympics. And he is out of touch, as we know. He may also be carrying an injury. We saw a strapping on his leg. Djokovic as well is out of the form. We know that throughout this year he hasn't won a single tournament. He has lost mostly against top 10 players, and he is also suffering a huge defeat against Alcaraz at Wimbledon. So that was not too long ago. So I don't think he would have completely been able to recover from that loss still. But because this tournament has happened so quickly, he has to be ready. So both are out of form. That's the main point. Day match, as I mentioned, will help Nadal, and we saw it yesterday. The match between Nadal and Fukčović. So very good match yesterday. Now Nadal played well, started well, had 6-1 lead in the first set. And in the second set, I think Nadal's level dropped a little bit. And there was a brief period around 3 or 4 games where Fukčović played really well. He was playing really aggressive, going for his shots on the forehand, running around his backhand, and hitting so many winners. So that's why he came back into the match. I didn't feel that Nadal played really well yesterday, but it was enough to get the victory. The important thing is the match was mostly a day match, and I saw that Nadal's shots were having that pop. The ball was bouncing a lot on his forehand, and it helped him to dictate play. That will happen today as well against Djokovic, and that is why I feel that Djokovic would need to be more aggressive, would need to probably take the ball on the rise, take the ball early, and try to constantly target Nadal's backhand from the down the line perspective, because Nadal is not afraid, even when he's not playing well this time around, he is going for his forehand down the line. Even if he's missing a few shots, it doesn't matter. He knows that that is a key shot for him. So he is going for this for his shot. So Djokovic has to be prepared, and if he gives too much space, then Nadal will use that open court. Djokovic is obviously more rested than Nadal in this tournament. He had an off day yesterday, whereas Nadal had to play a three-setter, which lasted around 2.5 hours. Before that, as well, Nadal had to play a singles match, as well as he had to play uh, there was a doubles match for Nadal and Alcaraz as well. So what it means is Nadal hasn't been rested that much, and he has raised that point as well in his press conference. Djokovic, on the other hand, has played less. He won the match in straight sets, so in a sense, he would be more rested in this match. Nadal's serve could be a weakness going into this match. As I saw yesterday, most of the points I think Fukčović was able to return and get into the point against Nadal. And I didn't think that Nadal played that much aggressive. He was dictating play from the baseline, but he was not hitting too many winners. So Fukčović was always in the match. It's just that he made a lot of unforced errors on big points that cost him the match in the end. But I feel Nadal's serve could prove to be a weakness against Djokovic, because A, Djokovic returns well, and B, if Nadal's serve is not accurate enough, if Djokovic is able to get into each and every point, get started on a rally, then it's going to be difficult for Nadal to win it constantly. Now, Djokovic would be more under more pressure, obviously, because Nadal has won this tournament. He has won Olympics gold. He has won so many French Opens, and probably he's not the favorite in going into this match. So I think he will try his best. He was even considering not playing this match, not playing singles tournament altogether. So I think it's a win-win situation for him overall. Whereas for Djokovic, he's already under pressure. People are talking about the big three era ending. He's losing to the top players, and now he's playing against Nadal, who he's favorite to win against. And if Nadal, we know we cannot predict which Nadal comes on clay, right? Sometimes Nadal comes on clay and he just starts hitting winners all over the court, and it's like 3 love, 4 love, 5 love. That has happened to Djokovic recently at the French Opens against Nadal. Usually the first set is won by Nadal 5-1, 6-1, and it's very difficult for Djokovic to come back from such situations, and more so today because it's a three-set match. So if Nadal wins the first set 6-1, for Djokovic it's almost the match is over, right? So that is why I feel Djokovic would be under pressure, because it's a three-set match. Nadal would have uh, greater chances, because he knows he doesn't have to play for 4 hours. So even if he plays aggressive tennis, quick tennis, the match may not last that longer. So that would give an advantage to Nadal. And Djokovic, on the other hand, would be under pressure because he's the favorite. He has never won a gold medal, so he's going for this. He also may have the last chance in this tournament to win the gold for his country. So definitely more pressure on Djokovic. Now, drop shots would be helping Djokovic to gain an advantage. We saw that yesterday. Fukčović used drop shots to good advantage. Nadal was not able to run most of them. And I think that would be a key tactic for Djokovic to apply, because visibly Nadal is moving slower and Djokovic hits a good drop shot, and it will also bring balance in his game, not just playing from the baseline. Backhand down the line is going to be the key shot for Djokovic, as has been always for his matches against Nadal, because Nadal hits with so much topspin and his angled forehand pulls Djokovic out of the court if he goes for a cross court backhand. And lately he has not been playing well, Djokovic. So if he hits anything short or anything in the middle of the court, Nadal would be standing there just to hit the ball in the open court and finish the point. So Djokovic has to be able to hit the backhand down the line and not always go cross court. Now, regardless of the result, I feel that this match may give Djokovic that extra motivation. because he has always said that as long as one of the big three are still in the game, he feels that his era is still going on. And this match playing against Nadal will bring back memories for Djokovic, and he will relish this opportunity to sort of again get back into that zone, that mode that he was in a few years of, or a few months back. And this may actually boost his chances more playing in the future for next 1 or 2 years. Now, what's different this year? As I mentioned, this is a three-set match, so a good start is the key. Djokovic hasn't been making good starts lately against the top players, so it is something he has to improve significantly in this match. Now, Nadal's movement is slower, and as he mentioned himself, that he is carrying an injury. So, what it means is that Djokovic would have more chances, even if the shots or the rallies go longer. They may not go in favor of Nadal, they may go in favor of Djokovic. So, it's Nadal this time who would try to be more aggressive and try to finish points early. Now, Djokovic has not won a tournament this year and is out of form. So, as I mentioned, he has to prove himself in this match. No one is expecting Nadal to win this match because of so many factors. But people are expecting Djokovic to win this match. So he has to prove himself. He has to play well. They haven't met for 2 years. So there would be nerves, there would be pressure. This experience would be different for both of them. So let's see how they both fare. As I mentioned, this is the key shot for Djokovic. If you see here, Nadal has hit a forehand and it is almost shoulder height for Djokovic. Now, from here on in, he has to go this way, backhand down the line has to be hit so that the point is neutralized and the point is in balance. If he goes cross court or if he goes towards the middle of the court, Nadal would actually want that to happen to open this shot for him, which is his greatest shot, the forehand down the line. Even if he doesn't hit a winner, if Nadal is able to bring this pattern of play into picture, I think he can dictate play more, and then he can come to the net and finish the point. So Djokovic has to hit the backhand down the line. Now Djokovic will also try to use the same tactic against Nadal. He would try to hit his forehand cross court and with a lot of spin so that it brings Nadal out of court. But that is not going to happen too often because Nadal's backhand is good, his slice is good, and his Djokovic's forehand doesn't have that much pop as Nadal does. So for Nadal, it's very natural that his shot is going to cause trouble to Djokovic, and it's a day match, lot of top spin, great height on his shots. So it's for Djokovic to decide, and he has to take more chances with his backhand down the line. Now the prediction, I think Djokovic is going to be the favorite in this match because he, even though he's out of form, because but he's still his serve is working. He has drop shots that would go in his favor. His backhand is working well, so he may use that backhand down the line to neutralize the point. Overall, he has had so many matches this year, so he will be somewhat motivated to play well. He has played at the highest level against Alcaraz uh, at the Wimbledon. He has also played a good French Open. He fought well. So all of that will help Djokovic more in terms of being consistent throughout the year. Whereas for Nadal, we don't know if he comes out today firing all cylinders, anything can happen. So I feel that it will be a close match just because I feel that Nadal is, whenever he's playing on clay, we can never count him out. He's the king of clay. But I feel that Djokovic will be the favorite to win this match, although I feel the match could go to 3 sets. So that's the prediction, Djokovic to win in 3 sets. Thanks for watching.